Okay, in terms of MBA, so I chose to study at Newcastle University. I've always wanted to study there, so I'm thrilled that I chose that institution. Um, I would say it has been so worth it. I am really disappointed the way things have gone with the coronavirus. I've paid a lot for tuition and now can't access the library or, all of the consultancy work we were going to do, we've lost. We've lost opportunities to travel and study abroad together. However, many other MBA students are in that situation also at Harvard, Stanford, all sorts of other institutions. For me, the best thing about the MBA has been it has given me such a depth and breadth of skills and experience that I didn't realize I was missing.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried in the beginning as the creative person, would I find it too hard? It's a very corporate environment going into banking industries and things like that. But I would say that it supercharged my skills of being able to talk to people in the corporate sector, and actually find out what they need and use the creative problem solving and the innovative skills in a more corporate way, which is good. It's helped me to get my finances for my business right, because all of a sudden now I understand why and how investment decisions are made and how money works, and why if you apply for a business loan you may or may not get rejected, because I have that understanding now. So in terms of financially and that kind of skill set, it really has supercharged my business. And I would say for anyone thinking about doing an MBA, it's a brilliant thing to do. There's one thing I wish I'd done before doing it. I wish I had been reading the Financial Times or The Economist more regularly, listening to podcasts around that kind of stuff. I think in my MBA, certainly, we've covered a lot of complex geopolitical, economic issues that for me, that has been quite a challenge. But at the same time, it's helped me to think about things in a much more macro, external, viewpoint than, the way I would have previously. And I know that for the clients I choose to work with in future, and also for my own business now, that will be a real superpower going forward.
No, I must say it's funny that with for other business schools, so not Newcastle, I remember in the past we've both had MBA students. You can do a project for different kind of businesses I've done had in the past. And actually, it was funny that when you go to the post-presentation evenings and the teams present different ideas, one of the things that almost struck me, which is almost funny, that I'm in the UK. I had a working class background, which means different things to different people. But actually, I'm still quite realistic and quite practical. And it was one of the things that sometimes I think, and this isn't to do with you, but just some students, that they sometimes lack the hands-on practical skills that relate to industry, that I think is the extra, it's what will make or break a lot of the kind of students. Because it's funny that when you go and speak to them, people's mental ability shines through, but then they'll say something which doesn't make sense, or they haven't actually thought through in the real world if someone will actually buy what they're selling. And I think when back in the day when I was considering would I ever do one, it used to say that you needed a minimum of 5 years work experience, and at the time I probably didn't have that, and I was like, oh, why do you need that? It's but now I understand it, because you need to know that's not going to work, that'll work, never going to buy that. And it's that kind of balance. And it's just, but it's still, I've got that glint at the back of my, I can see the value, because it's a badge of honor that you can, it demonstrates ability, which I think is really kind of impressive.